Hi everyone, in this video I want to tell you about ionization energy. The meaning of ionization energy is the minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from isolated gaseous neutral atom. Isolated gaseous neutral atom. Ionization energy is defined as the minimum amount of energy required or needed to remove an electron from isolated gaseous neutral atom. Say for example, M is an element or a neutral atom which is present in a gaseous state. When we supply some energy to that gaseous neutral atom, what happens? One electron is eliminated from gaseous element or gaseous metal. So after losing electron, M becomes what? M plus. Unipositively charged cation is formed. So this is known as ionization energy. Ionization energy is the energy required to remove an electron from gaseous neutral atom which is present in isolated state. So ionization energy is also divided into first ionization energy, second ionization energy and so on depending on the removal of electrons. The definition for first ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove one electron or first electron from an isolated gaseous neutral atom. Second ionization energy means what? The minimum amount of energy required to remove the next electron from isolated gaseous neutral atom or the electron which is present in unipositive gaseous ion. So that is what IE2. This is IE1. Here usually 2 marks question is asking in theory descriptive type of examination, that is why IE2 is greater than IE1. Second ionization energy is always more than that of first ionization energy. Why? See students, here in this nucleus, say for example 11 protons are present, 11 electrons are present. The amount of energy needed to remove one electron from here is called first ionization energy. So after losing one electron, M plus ion is formed here. Then how many electrons are there in ion? 10 electrons. How many protons are there? 11 protons. These 11 protons attract 10 electrons and here effective nuclear charge increases. When compared to in the first case, that is 11 electrons are present in that case, 100% force of attraction is there. But now more than 100% force of attraction is there. So effective nuclear charge of nucleus on those 10 electrons increases. So amount of energy needed to remove in this case is more. That is the point. That is the reason why IE2 is greater than IE1. The simple reason is due to increase of effective nuclear charge of nucleus on electrons. Next, units. Units of ionization energy. Units of ionization energy are electron volts, kilojoule per mole and kilocalorie per mole. These are the units for IE. 1 electron volt equals to how much? How many kilojoules? 96.43 kilojoule per mole. In kilocalorie, 23.06 kilocalorie per mole. And in terms of joule per atom, 1 electron volt is equals to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joule per atom. So here electron volt, kilojoule per mole, kilocalorie per mole are the units for ionization energy. Next, what is the trend of ionization energy in groups and period? See, in groups, ionization energy decreases from top to bottom. Ionization energy decreases from top to bottom due to increase of atomic size. Because atomic size increases, nuclear attraction on outermost orbit decreases. Hence, less amount of energy is needed to remove an electron for a large size molecule. But in period, ionization energy increases from left to right because newly coming or differentiating electron enters the same orbit. Hence, effective nuclear charge on that shell increases. For example, 2s. Electrons are adding in that period into second orbit. So, effective nuclear charge on that orbit increases. Of course, the size decreases. More IP is needed to remove that electron from that shell. This is the trend. And noble gases possess maximum ionization energy. Usually ionization energy is highest for 18th group. For noble gases, ionization energy is maximum. But for alkali metals, for first group, ionization energy is lowest. Ionization energy is lowest for first group, but highest for noble gases. Now I am going to tell you very important factor here, that is the factors influencing the ionization energy or ionization potential. These are commonly called as IP factors. So what factors influences the ionization energy? So there are different factors which influences the ionization energy. The first one is atomic size. See, ionization energy is inversely proportional to atomic size. This indicates that ionization energy is more for less atomic size atom. Ionization energy is less for more sized atom. So atomic size when increases, the distance between nucleus and valency electron or outermost electron increases, attraction decreases. I am telling again, see, when atomic size increases, the distance between nucleus and outermost orbit increases. Hence, attraction decreases. Less amount of energy is needed to remove that electron. So, what happens when atomic size increases? Ionization energy decreases. Ionization energy decreases. That is the point. And effective nuclear charge. When effective nuclear charge of nucleus increases, ionization energy also increases. When effective nuclear charge of nucleus increases, ionization energy is also increases. That means, for example, it is the nucleus which attracts the electron by 50 units at force of attraction. 50 units of force of attraction. Say, this nucleus attracts the electron by 60 units. Then what happened? Because force of attraction is more amount of energy is needed to remove that electron from outermost orbit. So IP increases. When effective nuclear charge increases, ionization energy is also increases. So next factor is screening effect. So what is the meaning of screening effect? See students, this is the nucleus. These are the inner shells. Electrons are present in inner shells. Say for example, it is outermost shell. Nucleus attracts outermost electron is also. But what happening here is, when nucleus attracts the outermost electron, the electrons which are present in inner shell repels that electron. Hence, at this point, nucleus attracts that outermost electron with less magnitude due to repulsion of inner electrons with that outermost electron. So this effect is known as a screening effect. Due to screening effect, due to inner shells increases, atomic size increases, decrease of nuclear charge on outermost electron takes place, hence less IP is needed to remove that electron. When number of screens increases, IP value decreases. So ionization energy is inversely proportional to screening effect. So the next effect of IP factor is penetration power or penetrating power of orbitals. You know, s orbitals have spherical in shape, p orbitals dumbbell, d orbitals double dumbbell, f orbitals 3D structure, complex structure. Due to complexity of f orbitals, it do not penetrating towards nucleus. The electrons which are present in f orbital are lightly or slightly attracted by the nucleus, but penetrating power of those orbitals are in this way. S orbital rapidly moves towards nucleus. The electrons present in s orbital undergoes more attraction, more force of attraction. So more IP is needed to remove an electron from s orbital. So how PP is there, penetrating power of orbitals is there, IE also there like that. Means ionization energy is also like this. So this is one of the factors, penetrating power of orbitals. The fifth factor is half-filled or full-filled electron configuration. You know, according to Hund's rule, the half-filled or full-filled electron configuration is stable. More amount of energy is needed to remove an electron from stable electron configuration. That's why IP increases in order to remove an electron from half-filled configuration or full-filled configuration. This is also one of the factors which influences the ionization energy or potential. For example, you know, in periods, what happened? Ionization energy increases. So I am taking the second period, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. In this case, ionization energy, because it increases, boron shows much energy than beryllium, but it doesn't happen. Beryllium shows more ionization energy than boron. Why? See, in beryllium, electron configuration 1s2, 2s2. It is full-filled configuration. But in boron, 2p1, it is neither full-filled nor half-filled. That's why more amount of energy is needed to remove electron from 2s orbital. Hence, beryllium has more ionization energy than that of boron. In the same case, when we go from boron to carbon, IE increases. carbon to nitrogen, Ia increases. When you go from nitrogen to oxygen, Ia should increase, but nitrogen shows much IP than oxygen. Relatively much IP than oxygen. Why? Because in this 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, here half filled electron configuration is there, but for oxygen 2p4, it is neither half filled nor full filled. So more amount of energy is needed to remove an electron from half filled electron configuration. So I want to ask you a question, student, now. So comment the answer. In phosphorus and sulfur, which shows more IP and why? Which shows more IP and why? Phosphorus and sulfur. So this is the question for you. So this is about ionization energy or ionization potential. Finally, I want to tell you the relation between ionization energy and ionization potential. Ionization energy equals to ionization potential plus phi by 2 RT. So ionization energy means what? This is the amount of energy measured at other than 0 Kelvin. Other than 0 Kelvin. The energy measured at other than 0 Kelvin. Ionization potential means this is the energy which is measured at 0 Kelvin. That is the relation between them. So ionization energy equals to IP plus phi by 2 RT. Okay, thank you, students. Answer this question, comment. Thank you, bye.